Hey, this is Kevin David Rail, Chief Fitness Advisor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. And in this video, I'm going to be going over an awesome body weight lower body workout, or we can call it a leg workout if you will, because we're going to be working all the muscles in our legs and our lower body. So if you do not belong to a gym, or if you are at home and you don't have any tools or fitness equipment, you are never under the 8 ball. So don't ever think that because you don't have equipment you can't get a good workout in, especially for your legs as well. These are large muscle groups down here. So as long as we do the right things and do the right movement patterns, we can hit all the major muscles of the legs and the lower body combined. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing today. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you 7 exercises, okay? You can do these in a circuit where you can do them all back to back to back in a row and then repeat the series 3 to 5 times, or you can do 3 to 5 sets of each exercise and then just go on down the line. So it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to demonstrate all the exercises and then I'm going to explain the reps to you as well, okay? So the first thing we're going to do are air squats. I want to make sure to teach you proper form and technique. So we're going to stand with our feet about shoulder width apart like this, toes facing forward and our feet are parallel. You can put your hands like this in front of your chest or like this or even on your sides. And what we're going to do is we're going to lower ourselves down by bending our knees. And we're going to stop when our thighs are about parallel to the ground, and then we're going to stand right back up like this. So you're going to take a big inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. From a side angle, it'll look like this. I want you to make sure that you see how my back is, because we don't want to be leaning forward or doing anything that's going to put us into threat. So we're going to lower ourselves down, come back up. And we want to do these slow and controlled. Big inhale down, and then right back up. Okay? Those are air squats. 10 to 12 reps will do just fine for you. Okay, the next thing we're going to do are inner and outer calf raises. When I say inner and outer, it means we're going to turn our toes in, and then we're going to turn our toes out. So this is obviously going to work the calves, particularly the gastrocnemius, which is this big chunk of muscle right here. So we're going to turn our toes in like this. You can put your hands on your hips, and we're going to simply lift our heels up in the air as high as we can, and then lower yourself back down. So you're going to come up and back down. Now notice I lift up and I hold right there. I squeeze my calves, okay? So you want to do 15 of these in a row, and then immediately you're going to turn your toes out, bring your heels closer together, and do the same thing. And then back down. So lift up as high as you can, squeeze, and come back down. By turning your toes in and out, you're going to place more emphasis on the lateral and the medial side of the calves. So we're going to get a little bit more definition right there, okay? Next exercise we're going to do is called a Cossack Squat, fashioned off of this dance they used to do in Russia, where they would kick their legs out like this and then kick their arms out to the sides. We're not going to do any kicking. If you can do that, I'm impressed, because it takes really strong knees to do that. These are called Cossack Squats, and they primarily work the inner part of the thighs and the glutes a little bit more than your standard squat. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come into a wide stance like this, and we're going to lower ourselves down, and we're going to push our hips back and bend this knee, and we're going to turn our toes up over here, and then we're going to lower ourselves down as far as we can go. Then we're going to come up, and then we're going to switch it. Turn our foot this way, lower yourself down, turn, turn. And you want to try to keep your shoulders in line with your hips when you're doing this drill as well. Okay, and if you can get low, that's really, really good. Just keep getting lower and lower until you get pretty much all the way to the ground. Okay? Those are called Cossack Squats. Let's do 10 to 12 reps each side. Or you can just count to 20 to 24, something like that. Either one will work totally fine. Okay, next drill we're going to do is called an alternating single leg Romanian deadlift, also known as a slurtle if you use the acronym alone. So these are really good for the glutes and the hamstrings on the back of the legs. I'll do a front angle and then I'll do a side angle. So I would suggest putting your arms at your sides like this. So what we're going to do is put a slight bend in this knee. We're going to lift this foot off the floor, and we're going to lean forward like this, and then we're going to come up, and then we're going to switch legs. And you want to try to maintain your balance. This is also good for your balance. And your back leg should be approximately parallel to the ground when you're doing these. So we're going to alternate back and forth, or you can do all one side and try to keep this foot off the ground the whole time, and then switch sides and do the other side. And when you're doing these, focus your attention at a point on the ground out in front of you right there, and that's going to help you maintain your balance. From a side angle, it'll look like this. And then switch sides. Or again, you can remain on one side and do all your reps and then switch sides. Okay? Those are called single leg remaining deadlifts. The next drill is called a drop lunge, also known as a curtsy lunge for you ladies out there. We're going to start with our feet together like this, and you can put your hands in front of your chest like this, and we're going to step back at an angle, and you're going to drop down like this, bring your feet back together, and then switch sides. And again, there's another good drill that really puts a lot of emphasis on the glutes, but it also targets the quadriceps and the hamstrings just as much. Okay, I'll do a side angle, and I want you to watch my shoulders. So when you're doing this drill, you want your shoulders to be in line with your hips and your back to be nice and upright right here. Back and forth, calm and collected. Okay, so again, 10 to 12 reps each side for that exercise. The next one we're going to do is called a Bootstrapper. This is one of my favorite exercises. This is kind of fashioned off of a yoga move that I've done in many yoga classes, and it works your whole lower body, but it also gets a little bit of the upper body recruitment as well, and your core, and also it helps with flexibility of your shoulders and your back. So we're going to assume a position like this, also known as a downward facing dog or an A-frame position. And from here, we're simply going to do this. We're going to drop our butt down toward our heels, and we're going to drop our knees toward the ground, and we're going to come right back up like this. So slow and controlled, and then back up. So you're basically pushing your butt back to your bootstraps. Big inhale down, exhale up. So you have a high amount of tension going on in your quads right there, especially. So those are called bootstrappers. Okay, last drill we're going to do. Do 10 and 12 reps of those, please. Thank you very much. Last drill we're going to do is a hip bridge calf raise. So when you're doing calf raises from the standing position that we did, you're primarily targeting the gastrocnemius, which is this big chunk right here. When you do calf raises with your knees bent, you're all of a sudden targeting this lower part of the calf muscles called the soleus right here. So then we're going to hit two birds with one stone. And on this drill, we're going to do a hip bridge first and then a calf raise. So we're going to lie on our back, and it's going to look like this. We're going to do a hip bridge, and then from here, we're going to do a calf raise. Then we're going to lower our heels, lower our glutes, and then we're going to step our feet out to a wide position. Then we're going to do a hip bridge from here, and then a calf raise from here, and then lower back down. And then repeat. We're going to alternate back and forth. Hip bridge, calf raise from here, down, out, hip bridge, calf raise, down, switch. So we're going to alternate each position back and forth. So what you want to do is 5-6 reps of each. So when I say that, it is, this is 1, down, and that's still 1. Okay? So you can do 5 to 6 reps of each one of those. Now the thing is, when you move your feet out like this and you do your hip bridge, you're going to be targeting the outer part of your glutes a little bit more. So we're getting a little bit more the outer part right here, gluteus medius. So we're getting a little bit more glute recruitment there as well. Okay? So to repeat, do all these exercises in a column just like I did. Do them for the reps that I mentioned, and then repeat 3 to 5 times in a circuit, or you can do each exercise 3 to 5 times for the reps that I mentioned. Okay? So there you have it. That is going to be a nice little fun lower body workout for you that you can do 2 or 3 days a week to keep your legs strong and in good shape. And you don't even need a tool to do it. You have no excuses. All you need is a little bit of space. You can do this while you're traveling. You can do it any time of the day that you want. All right? This is Kevin David Rail, Chief Fitness Advisor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. Make sure to get some pine pollen and bull testicle and some of our other great products. And remember, we have no artificial crap in our stuff either. That's what makes it the best. Okay, till next time. Have a great day.